Hello, traders, and welcome to a new episode of 123 Technicals. Yeah, as we all know, this is basically a market outlook session. You guys get to see, I show you guys basically my strategy, what I use to actually catch my trades and basically make money. Yeah, and then you guys get to see how I do my entries and exits, and then we'll basically look for what we can see from the markets that day. So now, fundamental wise, we had high impact news on AED by 1:30 a.m. And we have another one on the USD. I think this is the one that is actually going to interest people by 2:30 PPI by 2:30. And then we have another one on AED, 11:30 p.m. I'm not sure I'll trade that one, but then the one that is going to interest people is the one by 2:30. So let's jump on our chart and then see what we can grab. Yeah. So yesterday we're actually looking at the sales from on this thing on NZD USD. You get. So now price basically created this low. But then instead of it to retrace and then go back up and then create that lower high and then continue, price basically created the lower high and failed to create another lower low. So structure-wise, yeah, we've started shifting to an uptrend, which is actually weird. Yeah, but then it's basically how the market shifts. If you look at the higher time frame, price just broke below here, but then below this whole support level here, but then it was not a clear break. You get. And then another thing that is convincing that okay, we might have started shifting to the upside is that price just taps into a zone here. This zone here, it's a bearish zone. It's more or less like a support onto resistance. Sorry, yeah, a support onto resistance. But then the sells are still being slow. Do you get? At the same time, it's not as if I'm overriding all the sells, so because higher time frame wise we're still bearish, so we might still see the sells. But it's quite tricky. Honestly, it's really tricky right now on these pairs. And that's the problem with trading just a few pairs or just one pair or two pairs. You sometimes you're caught in between letting it be and then trying to get a trade on it. So let's just see what should we expect today. I'll still hold this my Fibonacci range, the one of yesterday. From the top to the bottom, the 0.618 is just there. I actually put an alert there. So if it goes to cross, the only thing that I'll do is basically enter conservatively. Conservatively in the sense that I want to see price tap inside and give me a confirmation that a sell is going to happen. So apart from that, I'm not doing any other thing. I'm just going to watch. Do you get? Because on the 1 hour time frame now, I've shifted. You get? This shift now might just be temporal. You get, we might just go tap inside that level, that 0.6, and just sell massively. So I'm just going to watch and see how it behaves. Basically, that's what I'm going to do. But then, if it's the one of entering aggressively, I'm not entering aggressively. Now, this our whole new range that we're formed now. If we want, we can start looking for buys. Let me see. Where is the 0.618? The 0.618 is still down. I'm not going to start looking for buys for now until I have like, okay, since we have shifted, if I come and see price do sort of like a higher low, then another higher high, then I'll be like, okay, we have actually started shifting to a bullish market. So let's just watch and see how it plays out. For now, I'm still holding on to the sells. Let's just say I'm basically using that whole high time frame bias. So let's just see how it plays out. Then AED USD. It's the same thing. I think it's the news on AED USD that actually made this stuff happen. So I think this was around 1 a.m. and the news on AED USD, let's see. The news was when? 1:30 a.m. It's the news on AED USD that spoiled our whole market. So basically, same thing with NZD USD. We're looking at, okay, price broke below. We're looking at price to retrace into the 0.6, and then we create a lower high, and then we'll continue with the lower low. But then now, see what price have done. Price has basically created a lower low, a lower high, another lower, sorry, more or less like an equal low. And then we have what's reversed. It's more or less like a double bottom scenario. This one, I'm actually going to follow it because if you look at this 4H bar, where this thing is reacting from is this support area here. So it's more or less trying to tell us that this support level now, price doesn't want to break it. Or price is failing to break it and we might start shifting towards a bullish market. So now, AED USD now is just to basically pay attention, yeah? Pay attention and be like, okay, we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. Let's price basically just continue for a while. We have our neckline here. So if you continue up for a while, then I'll be looking for price to come back and retest this this neckline level, and then we take buys from there to the upside. So that's what I'll be looking out for on AUD/USD. For price to still consider expanding to the upside, then we have that retracement and then we take the buys. That's basically what I'll be looking out for in AUD/USD. Now, what if we don't have that? Then I'll be waiting for price to come back and break this low, basically. If we break this low, then we're actually continuing that whole downtrend. So once it breaks it, I'll be looking for normal retest and then a continuation. So that's what I'm going to be doing with AUD/USD today, is just to sit back and see how it's going to behave. Yeah, so that's basically what I have on all my currency pairs. Is there any other currency pair you guys want us to take a look at?
Yes, boss. Euro card.
Euro card, okay. Let's take a look at Euro card. When did I actually analyze this? Euro card. So let's look at this properly, yeah. We had this whole higher high, higher low, more or less a small higher high, higher low. We formed this higher high, came down, had more or less equal lows, and then we sort of consolidated, formed like double bottom, broke above. We came back with no respect the neckline, and then now we've tapped down there again. So this thing now, you get us a bit. Price is still bouncing off this whole low here. Price has not properly broken it yet. You get? So for me, if I'm trading this thing, if I'm going to trade this one, I'll just wait for price. Depends on what you trade, but normals, I'm a break and retest person. So I'm going to wait for this low for price to properly break it. And then I'll just take a retest. That's if I'm looking, let me even look at the higher time frame so I see what bias is. Higher time frame.
I think it's
downtrend
generally.
Higher time frame is bearish. So we had the lower low, price has increased and basically created a lower high and is on his way to create what? Another lower low. So now we are basically we should be basically looking for a way to jump on the sell because it has already started selling.
Okay.
You understand me? So now,
yes,
impulsive leg has started. How can we jump on the impulsive leg? So this is one way to jump on it. This one that I've shown here, this is actually the best way to actually jump on it. If I actually have that break below, then we can look at the retest, take those cells from there and ride it to the downside, basically. So it's just
but it's more important to wait for the retest, right?
What did you say?
It's more important to wait for the retest.
Yes, like I said, depends on what you trade. For someone like me, I trade. The retest is more or less like a confirmation. I don't enter at the break, I enter at the retest.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any other currency pair you guys want to take a look at?
I don't know if you checked gold.
No, I don't check gold. Me and gold are keeping malice.
Yes. Well, you made profit on gold the other time.
Oh well. It's just that one. It's just one of those days, honestly. I say USD.
Not trading gold is now part of my trading rules.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, yeah.
Whenever
we had analysis on gold yesterday.
Okay.
So gold basically created this lower low here. And we're looking to see if gold can come and create that whole this thing. Lower high. But as you can see, it's almost the same thing with NZD/USD. So we had this whole lower high here, and then price is tapping into this support level. The thing we might have is price going back to this level, tapping inside, and then we'll see massive sells. So I'm still going to keep my sells. I'm not going to do this in this. Just let me see. The higher time frame is bearish, actually, very much bearish.
Okay.
The higher time frame is bearish. It's clearly bearish. So it's just to sit back and see how it will play out. That's just it. We already had that set up on gold yesterday. That whole sell.
Okay.
Yeah, we already had it yesterday. So let's just see how it will play out. The price is still retracing. That's not retraced properly yet. It's still. Wait, yesterday was just consolidation on top consolidation. Which type of thing is this?
Yes, consolidation.
Anyhow, let's just see how it will play out. It's just to sit back and watch. That's all.
All right.
Is there any other pair?
No.
Mine is not actually a pair, but I want to ask you, why are you actually drawing your Fibonacci? You're not drawing it from the highest high,
I'm
especially
drawing.
when you're analyzing that NZD USD and
No,
AUD
I'm drawing
USD.
it from. Okay, let me see. NZD USD. Let's go back. Let me see.
From the AUD. That's
Okay.
one,
See where my Fibonacci started.
why didn't you draw it from that week?
From this week? Okay, let's watch structure wise. Yeah, look at this. So now, this week was more or less that high. We came down, we created this low here. Do you get? Now we created this other high here. This was the high that originated the move to the downside.
Okay.
Do you get? That's why I'm drawing it from there.
Okay.
It's basically that point that originates the impulsive move that you start your Fibonacci.
Okay.
Good morning, Scooby.
Any other question?
Scooby, good morning.
Yes. Scooby, that's Euro card.
Yes.
On 30 minutes time frame, do you think it might form head and shoulder before dropping?
Let me see.
Scooby, good morning.
Doing is alpha.
I do. I came late too. No
worries. You go watch the video.
Yeah, me don't get time to watch video.
Stop chasing setup. Leave it alone. But honestly, if it forms the head and shoulders you want to see, yeah, Shebi, you know how to enter head and shoulders now. Once it breaks that low, what I'm going to basically do is see the low here, right? If you can break it, then fine, look for a retest of it and then jump on the sell. Basically, what you should be looking at for now is a way to jump on the sell train. That's basically it. Do you get? And it's actually one way you can jump on it. If it actually breaks, then you can actually wait for the retest and jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
NZD USD.
Julius, what's up?
NZD USD, sorry.
What's happened to NZD? You have looked at NZD already.
No, I came late, that's right.
This is what we're looking at for. So now we're looking to go conservative on NZD because it has formed double bottom here. Do you understand? Which is better pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he also formed at the top. He also formed at the top.
Where?
This top here.
No,
this other where you draw your Fibonacci from.
This one?
Yes.
Is it this one? Oh, okay, this one. Okay, this one.
Yes.
I understand. I understand where you're coming from. So now, but the higher time frame bias is still bearish. So we're still looking to sell. Do you get? But then we're going to sell conservatively. Once price stop here, we'll see whether we get entry criteria. If we see entry criteria, then we'll jump on the sell. You hear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's any other pair you guys want us to take a look at? Okay, in the absence of any other pair or any question, we'll call it a session. Yeah, please, guys, let's pay attention to the market. No, please don't force anything. Yeah, trade what you see, not what you feel. So that being said, take care of yourselves, guys, and have a very beautiful and wonderful trading day. Catch you guys.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.